Good day, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and I'm going to read the Gospel for today. It comes from the Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus came to the territory of the Gadarenes, two people possessed who were coming from the tombs met him. They were so savage that no one could travel by that road. They cried out, "What have you to do with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the appointed time?" Some distance away, a herd of many swine was feeding. The demons pleaded with him, "If you drive us out, send us out into the herd of swine." And he said to them, "Go then." They came out and entered the swine, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the sea, where they drowned. The swineherds ran away, and when they came to the town, they reported everything, including what had happened to the two men who were possessed by demons. Thereupon the whole town came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they begged him to leave their district. The Gospel of the Lord. There's a music critic for a major newspaper on the East Coast, and at the last minute, his editor gave him a job to cover a concert that was happening. And this music critic was upset because he had dinner plans with friends, so he calls his friends and say, "Can't do it, have to work and cover this concert." Then, a couple hours after that, the son of the soloist for this concert had died suddenly and tragically, so they postponed the concert. And when the music critic found out, he called back his friends right away and he said, "Good news! The soloist's son died, so the concert's postponed. Now we can go out to dinner." And once he said that, he felt terrible. He realized it wasn't good news. It was tragic news. It was really sad news. The same kind of thing just happened in that gospel. Here you have two men possessed by demons. Okay? Two men whose lives are just a mess. And they're scaring and terrorizing all kinds of people. Jesus tells them, expels the devils, and they go into this herd of swine, and then the swine all die. But what's the reaction of the people? They were more concerned about the swine than they were about the people. Once the swine had gone off and had this mass suicide and killed themselves, they were worried about the loss of the swine. They were not worried about these two men who finally got their lives back after a horrible possession. So we might want to think in our own lives. Sometimes our priorities get a little misplaced, and sometimes our good news is other people's bad news. Amen.